Thistlegorm is a familiar sight to many divers. So here's a part of her story you probably haven't seen. She was built in the Sunderland yard of J.L. Thomson for the Albin Line and launched in 1940. She was a conventional cargo vessel with 2 forward holds, a central bridge and accommodation, and 2 after holds. There aren't many photos of Thistlegorm, so this is Thistlemure, built in the same yard for the same owners to replace Thistlegorm after her loss. In mid-1941 she was loaded with a cargo for the British and Commonwealth forces fighting in North Africa and the Eastern Mediterranean. Into her forward holds went trucks, motorcycles, aircraft spares and much, much more. Her afterholds were crammed with munitions like these 15-inch battleship shells, each weighing almost a ton. And onto her decks 2 complete Stania 8F locomotives. The 8F was designed as a heavy freight loco and first built in 1935. It was selected as the War Department's locomotive of choice at the start of the Second World War, and almost 200 were sent to the Middle East, including 44 for Egypt. Thistlegorm's pair never arrived. Back at home, the Stanias gave reliable goods service right up until the very last year of steam, 1968. A few have since been restored and still operate special services. The rolling stock was welded to Thistlegorm's deck, the water tanks either side of number 1 hold, the coal trucks just ahead of the bridge, and the engines above her after holds. And then Thistlegorm left the Clyde for the long journey around Africa to the Red Sea and Shah Valley, where she waited with a dozen other vessels for her turn to go up through the Suez Canal. But on the 6th of October 1941, a German bomb set off the munitions in her aftermost holds and blew her apart, sinking her in minutes and killing 9 of her crew. She sank in 30 metres of water. The forward section sits upright and intact from bow to bridge. Her afterholds are nothing but scrap metal, and her stern was blown off and lies canted heavily to port. Today, she's home to a huge range of marine life, swimming around her anchor winches and amongst her deck furniture. The 2 water tenders are still in place. So too are the coal trucks. And the tops of both, the connecting rods from the locomotive driving wheels. The engines themselves sit upright on the seabed, one either side of the wreck. To find the port loco, swim back along the port side and follow the debris to seabed level. The loco is about 20 yards out from the side of the wreck. The starboard loco is much further forward. Swim over the side of the ship between the starboard water and coal tenders and it'll be just below you. In truth though, not much of either locomotive remains. They were blown apart in the massive explosion, and the boilers and the cabs are much further out. This is the starboard side boiler, upside down, badly dented, but substantially intact. Nearby, the flattened remains of the cab. Swim back along the starboard side of the wreck at seabed level and you'll find the rest of the loco, pieces scattered far and wide. Thistlegorm is probably the most dived shipwreck in the world, but even so, for divers willing to explore, she always has more to show you.